What's up, guys? Today we're ice fishing the shallows of Wisconsin for some panfish. I like to use wax worms on the tiniest jig I can find. I caught those two perch right before I decided to start recording, and we were actually up so shallow that the flasher wasn't working, so I had to go old school and stick my head in the hole to watch the fish. And it works, it's fine, other than your stomach gets all wet because you're laying in the ice. But I caught a couple small bluegills doing that, and I was using a really light, sensitive rod, but it really doesn't matter because I was mostly just hand lighting it when you're got your head in the hole. And I caught a little tiny perch that was just disappointing. You can see really good here. I just went on the bottom and I jigged it up just slightly, and you can make out the jig very slightly, but it's just going crazy. It's sporadic and you can hardly tell. And here I finally decided to switch the flasher. I ended up having to let it sit for probably 5 minutes just down there, kind of weeding out all the small stuff so I could actually see what I was fishing. And a lot of ice fishing in the shallows like I'm doing here, you have to weed out the smaller fish if you're not sight fishing. So you're going to be catching tons of small fish just to eventually lead up to one big fish. Those two perch were weird. I caught those while sight fishing and they just flew in and bit. But yeah, I'm kind of just here, kind of off a marina in between one of the dock slips, and then about 10 feet away from me is some marsh grass, and I'm just kind of in between the docks and the marsh. And again, here I'm just catching small little bluegills, which is how it seems to go here. And the only reason I didn't set up the shack was because it was really hot out today. And the only reason I really say hot is because it was sunny out and it was 16 degrees, which was warm for us because we just came out of a spell where we had negative 20 degree temps with a feel like of negative 40. So that felt warm to me. And you can see here with this next fish how they're slowly getting a bit bigger, slowly working my way up to a bigger fish because there's so many little fish here. And then to show you what I'm talking about, how we're working our way up to bigger fish, I'll let this clip speak for itself.
There we go. That's a nice bluegill. That's good palm size.
This really shows how fishing in the shallows in Wisconsin, especially ice fishing, you got to weed out really small fish to eventually work your way up to something that's actually a keeper size. And that's especially true when you're not sight fishing and just using a flasher. If you're sight fishing, you can kind of keep it away from the small ones. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you like this ice fishing video, and if you want to see more, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.